I could feel right in. Like, what is it? What is it like dating you? How? What is it like dating you?
Can we get back to that?
I mean, we can. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It was a conversation. You know what I mean? She a woman.
She said now or before?
Yeah, like at what point in life?
Last week or this week?
Like at what point in
Today or
life?
tomorrow.
That's crazy.
No. Let's get back to that. Though.
Yeah, we can get back to it. We got mad shit. Got a whole board of shit to talk about. Again, we could still start with the RP to Jerry. I mean, he brought us daytime. He brought us daytime Ratchet TV. Steve Wilkos. He brought us, like you said, Love and Hip Hop.
Before Love and Hip Hop.
Motherfucking name it, Jersey Shore. I feel like he responsible for all that shit. I mean, like I didn't even know he was a mayor of Cincinnati. Like random fact.
Yo,
Random.
Like random fact.
What 79?
79.
Like, he lived a life, bro.
79.
He said, "Man, I ain't trying to run this shit. Let's just start some ratchet
That's
shit
why
on TV."
when I seen that, when I came across that clip, I'm like, it was just perfect. Like, I mean, it was a perfect clip until you said this nigga don't have teeth.
I thought we said we was gonna edit that.
No, I'm not editing. That was crazy. The
did.
podcast
That
is gonna be
video
called
was
No Teeth.
I never seen
Literally
him.
called Toothless.
That's
Now this
gonna
shit
be
is
the
called
name.
Toothless.
Applesauce only.
Yeah.
He definitely brought all these other ratchet TV shows out though, because if you remember when Jerry came on, it was nothing but soaps and stuff like that.
Yeah, there was talk shows, but it wasn't to that level though.
Facts.
Wasn't to that level, and of course it was. Had some.
Yo, the cameraman should be flying.
No, it was all.
Not the chicken on Mario. The people on Mario who run when
Yeah,
they say
he
you
was
are not
out.
the father.
Facts.
It's exact. Yo, they are track stars.
they
But
track
that's a
stars.
fact. They used to be out. They used to let them fight for a couple minutes too, though.
Yeah,
Like they
that.
didn't
Get
break
your
it up.
shit
Like
off.
Steve wasn't the fast to break
Yeah.
shit up.
I mean, that shit was scripted like crazy, but
Man,
like
some
I
of them-
said, it was so dope. Nigga, like
It was.
That was my wrestling because I didn't watch wrestling. I used to watch that shit heavily. Though.
So you could just be on Jerry, just watch.
The midget
That shit came on
strippers.
every morning, bro.
The midget strippers who used to come down.
He was
the
the first
pole.
one. He was breaking all that.
Come on, man.
He was groundbreaking for all of
He
that
was
shit.
groundbreaking for
Like,
a lot of shit. I don't even think people like thought of it like that, but
Not
like
till
when
now.
they
It's-
facts,
it's
they go
groundbreaking.
watch this shit like dead ass though.
Like
Jerry,
nobody
dead
was
ass
nobody
set the
was
tone.
going that crazy. Nobody was
Yeah.
going like way left like that.
Yep.
Like,
He definitely set the
and
tone.
you said it earlier. It's like, well, nobody even knew you had cancer. It's like me personally, because I saw that shit a couple times. Like, oh, how come we didn't know you had cancer? It's not our. Is it our business?
It's our business.
Like, it's not our business. He didn't tell us because he didn't want niggas to know.
Yeah.
Like,
It's kind of like you don't. That's a fact.
yeah, he
People don't
old.
want to put that shit out there. They just want to
My
do
nigga.
their job, do their
Bro,
due diligence, and
MF Doom
Yeah,
died 2
happened.
years ago, right? They didn't tell us until I want to say it was like January or no, it was New Year's Eve or Christmas when they told us of last year. He was already dead for like 2 months.
yeah.
Nobody knew. Like, but it was reported as if he had died that day. He was dead for 2 months. His family said they just didn't tell nobody. Like it's like
Cause
shit
they-
like that. Like
know-
It's
yo,
even like
They
when,
know how this internet shit go. That's why they.
it's even with Chad from like
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther. He said he used to walk around and get massages and shit all the time, and they used to look at him like, "Oh, he think he better than everybody because
No,
he's a
his
star."
body hurt.
He really dying, bro, but he ain't tell
I
nobody
wanna
that
tell you,
shit. Like,
yeah.
I'm just here to do my job. I'm amazing at it, and I just want to, you know what I mean?
Go peacefully.
And then everybody like, "Oh shit, like yeah, bro, everything ain't what you think it is from the surface, bro." People really be battling in the dark. OD.
I was having this conversation with my friend the other day. It's like, always be kind. Be fucking kind because you just never know what somebody's going through. Like somebody could put on that whole everything.
I mean,
good.
most of us do. For the most part,
For sure.
we all are a representation of ourselves. Like I mean, like at some point you put on that front, you put on the fake smile. Like that shit happens. Shit, right this second. Like I know the city as a whole right now. Like our whole city is going through. Everybody I feel like is losing somebody or parents and close friends and family. And honestly, it don't even seem like violently. Like all of this shit that's been happening over like the last month is just like in your sleep, health
Weird.
complications,
Just weird
car
and
accident.
random.
It's just so yeah. Be kind because you never know when your last day is, when somebody else's last day is. Like
people are going through nothing.
like what it was just talking about this shit. As annoying as it is, like my dad, we don't have the best relationship, but like we can talk. But he texts me every single morning. What it be them old ass old people quotes like the pictures though, like the God loves you.
Rise and shine.
Like it's like, but he texts that shit every day, and it's like at least he exactly that. You know what? Because I was the reason I brought that up because I was talking to somebody and I was telling them, I'm like, yo, this nigga's annoying. It's like he texts me this shit every morning, and they like, do you text back? I'm like, some mornings I do, some I don't, because I know I'm gonna get it. So like, and my real receipts is on, so you know I seen this shit. Like I don't text back all the time. And they like, but what happens when it stops? I'm like, all right, I'm gonna text the nigga back right now. Text the nigga back immediately.
You a little bit different,
but you know what? But then I text the nigga back. I'm like, good morning, Pops. Like, what's up? I've been busy. I ain't hit you back in a week, but I've been busy. Nigga never texts me back. He just texts me another one the next morning. It's like, all right, so this nigga don't even really want nothing. He just want to know.
Plan from the night before.
Yeah, this nigga just want to know that.
Be different. My pops be on Facebook heavy, like, nigga, I text you a paragraph. Like, I don't even like doing shit like that. Like, nigga, you all posting selfies, lips poked out. What's going on with you, bro? Like, I'm checking in, nigga. Like, hey, you got a son. Like, yo, what's up? Like,
nigga be lit out there.
Be on face, yo, my fault.
Yeah, bro. I know you
busy.
The phone in your hand.
I know you active, bro. Like,
the phone right there. And then I guess we were gonna stay in morbid and sad news. Another RIP to another GOAT, groundbreaking legend, Harry Belafonte. Y'all know who that is? You know. Do you know? True? You know who Harry Belafonte is?
Who is it?
Mm-hmm.
He's an actor?
Activist. Well, he was an actor. He was an actor. Yeah, he was an actor. He's an artist. That's why it's groundbreaking, because he was just one of those guys that he was responsible for everything that had to do with black people back in the 70s when it came to the civil rights movement and putting it on the forefront. When it came to music, I want to say he was the first black man to go platinum or something. I'm pretty sure of it. We can Google it, but I'm almost certain he was like the first black man to go platinum. But yeah, he just passed away as well. And what's crazy is, so nobody's posted about it. That's probably why most people don't know, but nobody's posted about it because Jerry took precedence. But Mr. Belafonte had passed away 2 days prior.
Right.
And nobody talked about it.
Right.
My son had an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Yeah, he was an EGOT.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he got an EGOT. Like that, he's one of them. Like, but then he was also an activist on top of that. Like, he's on the front line. Like, he was a full blown activist. I'll play a clip. I have one.
I believe because a man is black, he's right, or that he has any right to office or position based upon his
first sold $1 million with his first
But I
album.
do feel very strongly about the fact that great men have been disenfranchised for a long time and have not been able to sit in high places politically or on other levels because of color. But this has had great psychological ramifications, not only for the Negro community, who has had many reversals over the last couple of years, because the racism which permeates American life from top to bottom in very subtle ways and in very aggressive, obvious ways. The Negro has paid a terrible price for this. But somehow you'll find that racism, in its subtlest and its most evil sense, has worked its way deep into the fiber of the hearts and minds of many men and women. And with this going on, it has had its incredible influence on my own life. I was born in the ghetto. My mother was a domestic worker. My father was a seaman. I grew up in Harlem. I grew up not only with racism and segregation in America, but I grew up in the West Indies under colonialism. And my aunts and uncles and my grandparents were agriculturalists. They were farmers. And I saw what they did from morning until night and what their rewards were under the might of British exploitation. Yet I've come into my own manhood, and I have sought to apply myself to this world. I have children. I have high hopes for them. I fought in the Second World War. I was in the United States Navy. I was told then, and I fought with the knowledge that this was the war to end all wars, that we were going to defeat fascism and mankind could turn its attention to the best that was in man. And now I come, and my son is 10 years old, and I will arm him with everything that I can so that he will be free of any primitive medieval, concepts about false patriotism, about boundaries, about the meaning of flags. Mankind is much bigger than all of these primitive symbols. And I don't want to see my boy with his face stuck in some rice paddy off in Vietnam or off in some other land, protecting the interests of the establishment and trying to reward their greed with his life. I'm opposed to it. And I don't want him to be armed with a sense of being able to go off and destroy another human being anywhere in the world whom he's never known. It's inhuman. It's terrible.
So that's just a brief snapshot of the man he was.
I'm gonna look him up.
Yeah, he was one of them. Nah, he's definitely one of them. I mean, I know more, but just trying to rattle off the top of my head. But nah, he was definitely one of them. Again, he fought for civil rights. He, like bro said, he's an EGOT. Like once you get the Emmy, Tony, Oscar, and the Grammy, it's like it's over. Like it's only what 12? It's like 12 or 15 of them. Like yeah, like it's only about 15 people that ever did that. So it's like I mean that's tough.
That should make me want to paint some fire too. Do some research.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Nah, he definitely that'll be heat. Yeah. That'll be heat. We could get one of those. Where else we can get off of? One more before we get off of Morbid, because it's off to the side. But I cannot forget that, and it's not an R.I.P. Well, it's still an R.I.P., but it's not a rest in peace.
Right.
It's more like a rest in piss for me.
Absolutely, for the ladies.
Yeah, it's more like a rest in piss for me. Like we could rest in dog shit, rest in mud water, rest in. You name it. I don't care what she rests in, but shorty that is responsible for the murder of Emmett Till has finally died.
Yes, she has.
So
yes, she has.
We're gonna give some more of those. I don't feel bad. I don't mind. I really don't care, but I did want to mention it because it is important.
No, facts.
Very much.
But yeah, nah, rest in piss. Yeah, like hold that. Like I don't.
Take
I really don't. Yeah, nah, like, and that's just that. Like I don't even. I don't even. And my thing is like they had an arrest warrant for years ago. They couldn't find it. Then they finally found it. They couldn't find her. They finally found her. Then she's so old and bad health. We're just not gonna arrest her. It's just like.
Yep.
So you're just gonna let her die? Nah.
The fuck they couldn't find her oldie.
Matter of fact, you know what they should do? They should make her gravesite. They should make her gravesite public information.
Damn.
They should make her gravesite public information. Like we should know where her. If I was her family, it wouldn't be. She mean a backyard. I have no clue. She in hell.
Hell State.
Hell State.
Whatever the capital of hell is where she is. She in my book bag. I got weed in there. She right in my book bag. That's about the furthest she gonna make it. Make it a pack. So we can get off of that. Where y'all want to